What's up, guys? It's Chris, and today we're going to be installing the Moen Anabelle CA87003 SRS. This faucet is an awesome faucet. Comes in just under 200 bucks at 185 on Amazon right now. Has a lifetime warranty through Moen that Moen backs 100%, which is how my customer got a hold of this faucet. They called the Moen lifetime warranty hotline. All they had to do was email a picture of their existing faucet, the fact that it was falling off the sink, and Moen sent this faucet out, got there within 7 days, guys. I mean, you can't ask for better customer service than that. This faucet can be mounted with the deck plate or without. The deck plate you would mount if you had to cover 3 holes, or there's maybe your old faucet has a plate and you have to use the plate. But this faucet can also be mounted single hole. It comes with the hardware to mount it single hole, and it's obviously a much cleaner look to mount it single hole. Now, I always throw in my spray hose and spray head before I mount the faucet. It's just something I kind of do by habit. And when you do that, you're going to want to attach the spray head to the spray hose before feeding it down into the faucet valve body. If you don't do that, it's possible that you'll get the spray hose stuck in the gooseneck of the faucet, and that can be challenging to get out at times, guys, especially if you don't have a long needle nose pliers or something like that. So just take my advice, attach the spray head first. The spray hose comes with this little rounded plastic thing that helps feed it through the valve body. It doesn't get hung up like other faucets, like the KWCs, and just other faucets have had that happen. Now, when you go to remove your old faucet that's just hanging there, you're going to want to turn off the water, of course, to both hot and cold, and then remove the supply lines. The supply lines are always loosened counterclockwise. This is normal. And as you can see, the shank for the faucet, the old faucet, is just hanging there. It's only held on by the weight at this point. So we're going to go ahead and remove the weight, remove the shank, and just pull the old faucet right out. Boom. Done. That was one of the easiest unstalls I've done. So we're going to go ahead and set that faucet aside. I'm not even going to fiddle with the soap dispenser, since the soap dispenser looks like it's in good condition, and the new faucet does come with the soap dispenser, but no need to make extra work for ourselves. Let's just fix what is broken here, guys, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and set the faucet in and feed the spray hose down. I like to use the spray hose to kind of help me pull the faucet down onto the countertop. Now, you're going to get a horseshoe washer and a nut. This nut is kind of thin. It's made of, I used to think it was maybe some type of plastic, but no, it must be some type of aluminum or something like that. You want to be very careful not to cross-thread this nut, guys, because that's where I see a lot of people have problems when installing this faucet, is cross-threading the nut. And Moen provides this very handy, very nifty little plastic nut driver tool that is perfect for installing this faucet. It actually comes with the faucet. It's meant to help you, the homeowner or do-it-yourselfer, or whatever you are. It's meant to help you install the faucet. It makes it so you don't need a basin wrench or a small pair of channel locks or anything like that, although I do recommend you do use some type of pliers to tighten the faucet even after using the plastic wrench that Moen provides. And here I'm going to demonstrate to you what it looks like tightening this faucet with the basin wrench, which obviously you can imagine in some areas can just be next to impossible. I mean, on this faucet, in this sink, under this area here, we have a decent amount of space to work with, so it's not, my hands aren't very cramped, or, I can actually get the basin wrench up in there, but many faucets you can't. So once you tighten it, you're going to want to attach the spray hose to the valve body itself by removing that plastic little bushing that helped you feed the spray hose through. You want to make sure your supply lines are clear of the spray hose to valve body loop. You don't want to be pulling up on your spray hose and it's yanking on your supply line, so just make sure you've got it clear there. You're going to take this nut, and this nut threads up onto the shank after you've gotten the faucet tight. This will help prevent the faucet spray hose from fraying. Believe me, I've seen it many times where this faucet's spray hose frays over time because somebody didn't install that little nut there. And that can be seriously problematic, guys, because after you get through the braided, it's just a little rubber hose, and that little rubber hose breaks very easily. I've seen it where the braided frayed, and then the person didn't realize it and kept using it, and the shank actually ended up cutting through the rubber hose, and every time they used their faucet, it sprayed half under the sink and half up top. They didn't notice until it was too late, guys, so it's always good to be careful. There's also a piece of yellow tape on the spray hose. That's where you're going to be attaching your weight. After all that, go ahead and attach your supply lines, both the 3/8 supply lines coming from the faucet to the angle stops. Hot should typically, universally, always be on the left. So hot side is always on the left. And Moen puts a little label on their hot line to let you know, hey, this is the hot line, attach me to the left angle stop. So once you've got all that done, go ahead and, throw the water back onto the faucet and test her out, and she should be good to go, guys. Okay, so now we've got the water onto the faucet. We're going to check and make sure that hot is, hooked up correctly. So hot should be back, forward should be cold. Check out the different sprays, make sure there's good pressure. One cool little feature about this faucet is it has a little stalling mode where you can stall it out to either go fill a pot or, when you're switching across the sinks, you don't splash yourself. I like that little stall out mode. I think it's great. All Moen faucets come with the sticker with the part number on them, and I like to stick that in plain sight underneath the faucet in the cabinet. So that's how you install the Moen Anabelle kitchen faucet, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something from it. Stay tuned for more content.